Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Emerald Coast. We're here with one of my brother Daryl's, harvesting our beets. Rained a little bit earlier yesterday evening. Did finally dry off right around noon, and we went out and Daryl finished up the cotton. And basically I was harvesting this field, kind of running both the harvester and this tractor and trailer, running it over to Razwood by myself. Imagine, wasn't really getting too much done. Then when he finished off cotton, he left the harvester over there in that field and came over here and jumped in the ropa there while I was busy taking a run to Razwood. So yeah, going to partner up. Sometimes I wonder about that boy. That turn was something. That's for sure. Run along here, and when I was running the harvester, I was able to go down and up and be about 3/4 full. I was able to go down and up and be about 3/4 full. So I didn't really have to worry too much about getting full on the pass. I think he said he's got 3 bales of cotton on that end of the field, and then we've got 2 bales on the trailer. I got 5 cotton bales off of that field earlier. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 bales, 7 bales plus the 5 I got earlier. So we got a lot of bales off that field. So that is now done. Our cotton is finished up. Tomorrow we're probably going to be disking that under like we did our other cotton fields, and seeing about getting wheat planted in those fields that had cotton in them. We're going to take one more load down to Razwood, and then the rest we're going to put over there in our storage buildings. Beets are awful heavy. Glad we've got this tractor here with the tools. Alright, well, I'm going to put this camera down as we wait on Daryl to come back, and I'll pick you up as we're running down to Razwood. So 25 tons of sugar beets. We've already taken, I think, about 4 loads down here. Your 5th load. we had committed to take 5 loads down here today during harvest. Then we'll basically bring the rest down as they need it. I found the easiest way to get in there is to come around the back of the animal dealer. In fact, you're going to be able to see our latest purchase. We didn't really talk too much about it. And the fact that I think maybe a while ago we mentioned the thought that we might be getting rid of the field Steiger, just with all the fields that we now have and everything. So we have done that. We've gotten rid of the Steiger, and we picked up a Case quad track, a 620 quad track actually, and that thing pulls that disc without batting an eye. Big cotton field there by the dairy farm. Now that we own that, and that huge soybean field that we need to harvest. The other side of the road, past the dairy farm, we needed something with a lot of horsepower, going to be reliable to get out there and do the field works. I think the quad track is going to fit the bill quite well. Dump this in here. And make our way back. Put the beds down before we pull out on the road. Here's the harvester. We're going to need to get him all serviced up, cleaned up, put away for the year. We've got to plow these field up anyway. So we're not really worried about compaction. I don't know how many cotton bales we've got this year. I just haven't counted them all up, but we've got ourselves quite a lot. Got a fair bit over here on the other side of this this open shed where compost heaps are. We're getting quite a line of cotton bales over on the small retaining wall of the animal dealer also. Just in time. Run along and get this thing unloaded. I'll take you over to where our sugar beet storage is going to be at. They're going to be in these 3 sheds over here. I don't think we're going to have to worry about filling up all 3 of these. We do have plenty of capacity. We need to store a lot. Pull up on in here and dump it there by the belt. The belt's going to just unload it back there in the back. Now you can tell we're going to be, that particular building is going to hold a whole lot of beets. We've also used these buildings in the past to store potatoes. And I suppose if we ever got the sweet tooth, so to speak, and got into sugar cane, or cane in there also. Just thought I'd come around here and just show you guys cotton bales that we've got lined up here. Of course, these bales came off of these 2 big fields over here to our right. Got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21 cotton bales. 21 cotton bales, or are they cotton tails? Peter Rabbit. I think we could go ahead and just run around here and just count up these cotton bales while we're at it. So we got 2 on the trailer, so that's 23. I think there's 3 up there, but we'll swing by up there here in a little bit. $23. There you can see that big line, that wall. 23, 4, 25, 6, 27. Got 28, 9, 30, 1, 2, 33, 34, 5, 36, this one's sticking out, 7, 38, 9, 40, 41. 41 cotton. Now these bales over here came off of these 2 fields and that big field that we just finished. So we were able to get these 2 fields harvested a few days ago, and got those already disced up. That's why the quad track's down there. All the bales over there by the animal dealer have come out of these 3 fields. Will have come out of these 3 fields once we get these other bales hauled down there. We had 41. Got 41, 42, 3. I had thought there was a 3rd bale up here, but maybe I was just... 43 total cotton bales. I think that's going to be some pretty good money. Pretty good money. see if I can't get this unloaded. Good for us. It's good. Look at that. Look at that panther just raise up all those sugar beets weight. All that sugar beet weight coming off of it. Alright, let's go ahead and unload these. Still have our corn to bring in. Didn't quite get all that brought in. Not super worried about timing on that. Forecast is pretty good for the next coming days. In fact, we'll look at the forecast when we get back over the field. We're waiting on Daryl to make his trip up the field. We might need to bring some of that corn over to the horse farm. Store it over there because starting to fill this bin up. At 162,000 liters of corn so far. Only have about 50,000 liters left before we have filled up that silo. About a truckload, be a little less than a truckload. Just say a little more than a truckload. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and just pull out the tablet, take a look at our weather forecast. So the weather looks pretty good for tomorrow, and then the next day, rain on Tuesday, but it looks like we've got pretty good weather for 2 days, and we'll definitely be able to get the rest of the corn brought in by then. And then all we have to worry about is the soybeans. We've got a fair bit of soybeans to bring in. Let's just take a look at that. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fields of soybeans to bring in. So yeah, and hey, all hands on deck for that. I have both Lexion harvesters running. Have our auger wagon out, and I'll be running the big Wilson trailers, bringing them back to our the horse farm. Just run the length of this field either until one we've filled up our own trailer, or we get to the end of the field and then make another trip back to the storage building. This is pretty much what we're going to be doing for the rest of the afternoon. If we don't get it done all the way this afternoon, we'll be back out here this evening, or not this evening, tomorrow morning, finishing this field up. Daryl will be disking that cotton field that he just finished. And then the other brother Daryl will be, oh, it's over there. You can see the cloths way off in the distance. Probably saw it when we were counting the cotton bales. We've got the planter up there, the big Great Plains planter. He's going to be planting wheat tomorrow in those other two fields, and if time will permit, he'll start planting this field here, right in front of us tomorrow. We won't be doing that until after we do our, after we get done the beets. Other than that, there's not really a whole lot going on. I don't think we need to, you know, beat around the bush too much more longer. So that's where I'm going to leave the video report for the day. If you guys like the video, if you did, please go ahead and click that like button. Know what you think of the Emerald Coast series. And, well, I've decided that we're going to be ending the Emerald Coast series here much sooner than later. It's just taking way too long to get each video kind of prepared and set up. And you can imagine it's going to take me probably 3 or 4 real days to harvest all of those soybeans, and we're not going to do a whole bunch of soybean harvest videos. So at most it's going to be one soybean harvest video, and then many hours of me harvesting soybeans just to move the farm along to the next stage. And it's a byproduct of course, buying a bunch of fields. Byproduct of having, you know, $3.6 million at your pocket. So the 100th episode will be the last episode here on the Emerald Coast, and trying to plan out something special, something that you're probably not going to guess at, but have a special little storyline, role play for the 100th episode. It should take us through autumn at least of the 7th year. So in essence, we've had 7 very good years here on the Emerald Coast. We've pretty much accomplished what we really set out for, was a long multi-year playthrough, documented. Really, you don't see that too terrible much in the land of YouTube or other content creator avenues. Lots of folks will do a year, maybe 2, maybe 3, at the very longest, if they play with seasons at all. We had there was lots of naysayers when seasons first came out. Content creators saying that they couldn't create content with seasons. There just wasn't enough content to be made. And I think there's plenty of folks that make content with seasons that have more than disproved that statement over the years. Yeah, so what's next? Well, we'll be picking a map. I've got a few ideas. No guarantees at the moment, but I've got a few ideas. Got a few more videos before that 100th video drops anyway to firm up those ideas. So with that to chew on, till next time, happy farming. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell.